Hey guys, Tim and Adam here, and we want to welcome you back to Flipper Flix. You guys know how much Tim loves his foods, and he got to try a new one recently called 3 Wishes.
Yup. Breakfast being my favorite meal, I was excited to try this new cereal out. It's high in protein, low in sugar, and grain-free.
I thought I saw that 3 Wishes is free from wheat, dairy, soy, oats, corn, rice, and peanuts.
That's right. It's plant-based and gluten-free certified, made with modern-day clean ingredients like chickpeas, pea protein, and tapioca.
Well, that sounds like a feat of food science.
One that took 2 years to develop.
Incredible! So what flavor of these 3 Wishes did you devour, Tim? I saw they had cocoa, cinnamon, honey, and unsweetened.
I went with cocoa, and it was delicious.
With 70% less sugar and as much as 8 times the protein of their decadent counterparts, there can't be anything like this on the shelf right now.
And there isn't. 3 Wishes is now offering our listeners 10% off with the code PODCAST10.
So head to their website at www.3wishescereal.com to learn more.
We hope you enjoy this episode.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Flipper Flix, where the points don't matter, just like Howard the Duck.
Woo!
I'm one of your hosts, Adam, and then Sam over here is going to give you our social media.
Wow, that was so fast.
Yeah.
I'm Sam.
I know, I was
I
going
feel
for
like
whose line is it anyway?
Were you? I couldn't tell
Did you tell?
between the backstabbing of Howard the Duck and just throw that in. We're not
Points
even.
don't matter.
That was an episode ago. We're not even reviewing that one. He's like already taking shots.
It's the new swept
Anyway.
away. We just
That's
stab
true.
it constantly.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Whoa.
Who
And
are
I
you?
am here to tell you about the social media. We
She's
have it.
not Howard the Duck.
God, make it end. We are on Instagram or Twitter. Our handle is @FlipperFlix. We post little episode clips and previews of what we're going to watch and just some fun little trivia stuff. So it's worth following if you aren't already. We also release episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Motherfucker, Adam! He was like pantomiming me, like mocking me to my face. And I was doing such a good job of just like looking around
I know
the
you
room.
were.
Like here, Adam's in the center and I'm looking like to the left of him, to the right of him. And then he did this big ass gesture and got me. But anywho, we do release episodes at Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, all of the podcasting
The works.
all the podcasting platforms. I'm gonna throw something at him.
I'm not doing anything.
You're giving me a weird eye. We also have a website where you can recommend movies for us. I hate you so much.
Oh yeah, what's that website called, Sam?
It is www.flipperflix.wixsite.com/home. You need the /home. And on to you, Tim, because that was a fucking mess.
Hi everyone.
You're welcome.
I'm Howard the Duck. Shit. No.
What?
I'm Tim.
No!
I'm Curvy Duck over there.
And that's gonna be a loud one. And this week we got Thanks I Hate It yet again.
Double time.
Double time. Double take. Take that off the list. No. It's really fun watching 2 movies that you expect to hate back to back.
I know. And we did them like 2
day
days in a
apart,
row
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, we typically do a week apart, but now this time we're like 2 days in a row.
I expected this one to be a little bit better than the other one, but still kind of in the realm of superheroes, whatever. We got Wonder Woman 1984, and there was a lot of criticism for this movie, and we hadn't seen it yet. I did. Well, I'll get into that in a minute, expectations. But so here's the synopsis. We watched it on Amazon Prime. We had to rent it. I think 30 days when it came out, you could watch it on HBO, stuff like that. But of course, we didn't take advantage of that. So right now, I think you gotta rent it or buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam almost bought it, by the way.
Oh
It's
no.
it's a better deal to buy it. It's $12
That's
to
true.
buy it
That's
or
accurate.
$6 to rent it. And then I sat there and was like, am I ever going to watch it again? And then that's how
That's
I
where I
But you
came in
hadn't
and was
seen
like,
it yet,
no.
so you don't know.
I know. So it's tough because you're like,
You don't even
maybe-
watch superhero movies though, so
I know.
that was part of the
I
reason.
know.
She's a hater.
But
I'm a hater. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So here's the synopsis. Fast forward to the 1980s as Wonder Woman's next big screen adventure finds her facing a wide array of foes, including Max Lord and the Cheetah. Not the greatest synopsis, I would say.
No.
What?
That's like one of our synopsises.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, I guess let's do expectations. Sam, you go first.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sam, what'd you expect from this movie?
Because I
Oh my
partially
gosh.
picked because of you.
Throwing me into the fire. All right, I'm gonna be the boob that says I fucking didn't see the first Wonder Woman because I was not super excited about somebody prancing around in a short skirt and her boobs hanging out. Though I do love Gal Gadot. Like, I think she's the perfect person to be Wonder Woman.
She really is.
I just can't. I just didn't believe that DC did a good enough job with it. I think everybody was distracted by the boobs and ass. That's just my personal opinion. But I haven't seen it. It could be really good. What do I know? And so Tim picked this one, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to watch this one and rip it to shreds. But, you know, I'm not alone, so that's the other great part. Like, I knew that this one was not well received, so I was like, okay, I'm glad there's some hate, because I do not believe that DC can make a good superhero movie, so people are on my team for once. Adam, what about you?
She's just throwing shit.
I am throwing shit.
I thought that the cover looked cool.
Ooh, yeah, the sparkly wings. And the rainbow
green,
shit.
Yeah, the rainbow shit. It looked pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like very 80s, and I was like, oh, maybe they'll lean into the 80s enough, and it'll make it bearable.
Yeah.
I knew that Cheetah was in it, and I was going to hate that.
Yeah.
And I read all the spoilers.
Oh,
Because
no.
I'm a glutton for just reading hate.
Yeah.
Like, I'll enjoy a movie.
That's
like,
fair.
Like, I'll enjoy a movie and just go read all the hate for it. And be like, you're stupid. You didn't get it. Even though, like, they might be making valid points. At that point, I'm just standing. I was a very big superhero person for a long time, but I was never a DC superhero person.
Right.
Gotcha.
And Wonder Woman, I always threw her in the same camp as Superman, and I found them very boring. I thought I like Aquaman.
I like
I always
Aquaman.
liked it.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea that he can just send sharks to eat people, because I thought that was cool.
He asks them, he doesn't send them. They just happen to be like, yeah, sure, why not?
They're like, dude, bro, fuck yeah. Let's
That
go.
sounds like a
Let's
great
go
idea.
eat that dude.
Yeah. Nice.
And like the Flash, I had issues with the Flash because he's basically just Quicksilver. I don't know which one came first,
I have no idea.
but I knew Quicksilver first, so I was like, "Fuck you, Flash." But there is like a little comic scene where Lex Luthor somehow takes over Flash's body, and he's just like rips off his mask. He's like, "I'll finally know who the Flash is." He takes off his mask and he's like, "I have no clue who this is." And I was like, I always found that funny. But I did watch the animated Batman series where Mark Hamill is the Joker, and he's my favorite Joker.
Yeah.
But I didn't have high expectations for this because, like I said, Wonder Woman bored me as a child. Other than, like, the aforementioned what Sam said. The reasons why a guy are like, what? But yeah, Tim, how about you? You said you started this film.
Yeah, so I had seen the first one, and I did like it. I think it was a good movie. It wasn't on par with Marvel, but I think it was, like, for a Wonder Woman movie, it was good. And I'm not a big Wonder Woman fan either. Like, to me, she's like a lesser Superman. Like, you already got Superman.
Yeah.
You're like, I get the idea. Like, it's kind of cool that she's like an Amazon or whatever. And I do agree that Gal fits the role pretty well, but I have to say, I don't think she's a great actress. But I think that's, yeah, I don't think I'm alone there. I think I've read about that, but I don't know. This one, I had just happened to walk in on, like, my parents were watching it when it, like, just came out, and I saw part of, like, the fight scene. I guess spoilers, spoiler alert, whatever. I saw kind of like the fight with Cheetah and stuff, the beginning of that, and I didn't really stick around for it. I was like, I don't want to, like, ruin it for me because I'll probably end up watching it. So, like, fast forward a couple days, and I was like, all right, I'll sit down and I'll watch it. Couldn't get past the first 10 minutes without being forced to watch this movie. I thought the opening scene, I was like, if I feel this bad about the opening scene, I can't watch the rest of this movie.
Yeah.
And I had already seen.
Are we talking little kid scene?
Yeah, little kid scene
Okay.
up through the mall scene. All of that, I was like, this is terrible. I was like, I can't watch this. And after seeing like part of the fight scene before that, I was like, there's no way this movie recovers. There's no way. So that's kind of my expectations were, can it be better than Howard the Duck? I guess. But yeah,
okay.
I guess we can get into it because those are my hot takes on it.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, they're gonna do like this nice like little backstory on Diana,
right?
Where like they show her as a kid, and then they're gonna show her like aging up and becoming the woman she is,
right?
And this might have actually helped if we both watched the Wonder Woman movie, where they might have actually done all that. I don't know, Tim.
I mean, they kind of got into her history, but like they didn't. Nothing where she was a child. I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. I feel like they could have done like, child Diana, teenage Diana, where she finally wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but no, we just get random child Diana, and then we're done with the Amazon.
Yeah. So my fear came true with that scene. I don't know. It didn't fit to the movie. Like to me, like I was like, after watching it again, I was like, I bet I'm gonna be optimistic, and they're gonna tie this in somewhere. And they don't.
Oh yeah.
I was like, but I knew they were not. Yeah, I was like, I want them to because that would make sense too.
Yeah.
But I bet they don't, and they didn't. And I was just like, what was the point of that scene? Well, why did they show any of that? I don't know.
We only had like 2.5 hours to watch a film. Like they couldn't have everything, Tim.
Right.
Well, I don't know, and I just felt it was like so predictable.
Yeah.
Even like not seeing the first one, like. She rolls up as the youngest one. She's clearly gonna wreck it. And then, like, she has that whole part where she, like, fails and cheats. And then she's a dumb bitch about it. And then she whines about how she loses. And it's like...
You gotta learn from your losses, but you don't see her actually learn from her losses.
Right.
No.
So, like...
It's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in a different cut. Like, in the 20-hour cut.
Yeah. We circle back to it after 24 hours. Yeah.
Exactly.
The Patty Jenkins cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I was just, like... I did think that she totally was gonna come back.
Yeah. I guess I'll go over this real quick, too. One of my problems with DC as superhero movies... So, like, I think Batman stands out from the rest, right? Batman is
director.
Far different, true, and the actor, but it's something about like DC, like, yeah, you got Superman, which I go against the grain with this. I actually do like Superman, and Batman is kind of like the DC superhero that everyone relates to or has some kind of liking to because he's a likable character. He's been done well, and he just has a great story. Like he's super edgy and stuff, but you can see past that. Like it's whatever. Like everybody seems to like Batman because it's Batman. I don't know. There's just this it factor about Batman. Everyone else, well, okay, I have to argue that Aquaman's very cool too. But we could go through a bunch of freaking people right now. But anyway,
yeah.
DC, because I do like the Aquaman movies, and I think he was done well in the Snyder Cut. But anyway, we could go on for hours about this shit.
Yeah.
My point is, they have trouble doing anything but Batman well. I don't know what it is, but I always fear in all of these movies that DC tries to make moments where the hero is like heroic or inspiring. It almost feels like super forced in DC movies. Yeah. Like extremely it's coming, like, and they're like trying to make a big like thing about something they're doing, and you're just kind of like, it's not there. You're not feeling it. Whereas like Marvel,
not feeling a dog.
Yeah, in like Marvel, it seems like they can do that so well with all of their heroes. They like
Sam's shaking her head.
No, well, like, Sam doesn't like the superhero movies anyway. I'm just saying, in general, I think they do it far better. I don't understand how or what's missing. I can never figure it out. But
it's the little parts. Okay, so
it's the build-up, I guess. I don't know.
My biggest issue with DC is the continuation, like Marvel comic universe, like the new Marvel universe that they have on cinematic, not comic. Marvel Cinematic Universe is so insane that they literally have every little detail to a T.
Yeah.
Where they don't accidentally goof up later on and have continuation issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a year before Aquaman is born. I bet, Tim, did you see Aquaman?
No.
Okay.
All right, no, the actual movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they talk about Max Lord at all?
No, not that I know of.
He would have been, like, in some way or form in, like, the Marvel history. Like,
yeah, he would have. Yeah,
they plan it out so far in advance where everything lines up. Like, you can dislike the movies and whatnot, but their planning is so good.
Yeah, they do thread the needle, like, very well all the way through. You know, like, you can see it in each movie. And I guess, like, my issue is that, like, I just think it always looks cheesy when DC does it.
It does. I don't know why.
I don't get it. Yeah.
But, like, okay, so I actually don't know this. Did DC or Marvel come first? Marvel did, right? But then you have
DC.
Batman. I'm pretty sure Batman was, like...
DC came first, I thought. Batman was the detective comic book series.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's where it all kind of started, right?
Yeah, back in like the 1920s.
But it just always feels like this could sound bad. It always feels like Marvel's like the name brand and DC's the off brand. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like you're like,
does.
I don't know why, but they can't get past that, and I think it's because there's not enough room for what Marvel already does. They need DC severely needs to stick to darker, edgier movies, I think, because they need to be more adult, I think, because Marvel does it really well where they mix it, right? It's a nice balance. Yeah. You know, Sam doesn't enjoy it, but you know, Adam and I do, whatever kind of thing. Like, kids can enjoy it. I think kids still enjoy like DC and stuff.
Oh,
and
they
maybe
definitely do.
But it's like I think they need to be more adult, honestly, because their characters for some reason don't spark enough, I don't know, inspiration or whatever like Marvel characters do, it seems like, or they just can't. Maybe it's the writing, I don't know. It's this episode's gonna be a big rant just about DC in general. I feel like shit. But we can go back to the movie because this is just becoming a DC versus Marvel thing now.
Okay, so back to the movie. We're in the mall scene and Diana grabs all these guys. And it's like the cheesiest like 5-minute fight scene that's longer than the cheetah fight scene at the end. But like we've got like they're just like at the end. She's got them lassoed. She's basically Spider-Man at like half the movie. That's confusing.
That's weird.
But she like lassos them and drops them onto a car. I'm like, that bottom dude is dead as fuck.
Yeah. There's no way. Yeah. About that.
Yeah, they just fell from like 20 to 30 feet up. He landed face first into a car.
No, he's all right. He walked it off.
He's actually a super villain.
Yeah. Well, and just we'll touch on it now since we kind of already brought it up. But like her slow-mo running and like her slow-mo jumping and like I just fucking hated it all.
I like 300 nailed it.
But here's the thing: was that how the first movie was?
Yeah,
Tim? Like,
Same. All of her shit.
People just got over it.
All of her shit is slow motion like that, and that was an issue I had with Justice League as well. Like, they're superheroes, I understand, but like every single epic moment is slow motion. It's just outdone. I don't know. It's just too much, and it doesn't feel good. I don't know. I can't figure it out. The feeling is not right.
Yeah, and then she's like super speed running, and it just reminds me of like Twilight.
Oh, no.
It was real
it's
bad.
Just like that. Because like you can do slow-mo scenes, and there are 3 characters that I'm okay with slow-mo. Quicksilver.
Makes sense.
The Flash.
Makes sense.
And then Superman.
Makes sense. Like they're all like the same speed.
Yeah.
Right. Like I've seen I've not seen the Snyder Cut. I've seen the original Justice League.
Snyder Cut was much better.
I don't believe you.
It was.
Anyways, there's a scene where Barry like turns, like he's running past Superman, and Superman just watches him as he walks by. And like I loved that. That was like my favorite scene in the entire.
Yeah, it was
Justice
fantastic.
League movie.
Yeah.
Because like you're the fastest human being ever, and then suddenly this fucking alien comes out and just watches you. Okay, so Sam was shitting on Wonder Woman's costume earlier, and I just want to say, Sam, you've worn wedges. Would like shoes?
Yeah, but they don't wear wedges in this movie because
what is her fucking heel then?
Stilettos.
She wears a stiletto heel in her superhero costume.
Oh, I don't know.
100% a wedge.
I do not know what she wears in her superhero costume. I thought you were talking about like...
No, they wear stilettos the rest of the time.
Yeah, I was like, Barbara's big-ass sparkly heels that she wears to the party. I'm like, that makes me want to just fall down looking at them. Like, there's no... Like, even in college when I wore those, I beefed it all the time. Like, I don't believe that she could do it fine, even if she took Diana's powers. And that was another beef that I had. Like, the second she, like, wishes and gets Diana's powers, somebody's like, oh, I'm so glad you're good in heels, because she, like, jumps on the chair.
She like jump up,
so
yeah.
dumb. Yeah.
Those are wedges,
wow,
right?
She does
Yeah,
wear
I mean, she
wedges.
becomes, like, I guess, because Wonder Woman's,
cat.
like, a demigod, right? She's not,
Yeah.
she's, like, an in-between of the Amazons and the gods. She's a demigod, or whatever.
Yeah.
She's kind of like on Thor level, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite
he's
as...
full god. He's full god.
He's considered a demigod, from what I understand. Because, like...
He's a full Norse god, man.
Yeah, but, like, power-wise. I mean, I think Thor would destroy her, but anyway.
Doesn't matter.
I mean...
We're talking Marvel versus DC again.
Yeah,
If
we
you
are.
want to talk
Sorry.
about someone to destroy her is...
I mean...
Hercules kills Asteria, the queen of the
Yeah.
Amazons, or some bullshit in, like, the Greek mythology.
True.
Heracles, maybe. It'd be Heracles if it's Greek. My bad. My Greek and Roman fans out there.
Yeah, you get that fucking right.
I know.
I just don't understand the need for her to wear the heels, though, like, in her costume. I don't know.
No, I totally agree, though. Like, why the fuck does she have to wear heels?
It just
in her
doesn't make
costume?
sense,
That's not
but-
practical.
Yeah.
She's the most independent woman I've ever seen.
Even though...
I'm only saying that because she, like, is thirsting for Steve the entire fucking movie.
The person that carries the movie, yeah.
Oh my god.
I know she doesn't like Chris Pine. I knew this was going to be a thing, too.
I wish you could have
Chris
seen my
Pine,
face when you
superhero. I do.
I just want you to know, if we could just have like 30 minutes of Chris Pine trying on clothing and him getting like
a fanny pack on every outfit. Yes,
and him
please.
getting dissed by Wonder Woman.
Yes.
I would watch that.
I would too. That should have been the whole movie.
He was my favorite part by far. I enjoyed watching his shenanigans.
Yeah.
Silent on Sam. But like, so the main villain is Max Lord, Star-Lord's
Also,
cousin Max.
Yeah, carries the fucking film.
Little Pedro.
Yeah.
Sam is making all these faces, man.
I mean, you can't,
Anyways.
like, Pedro Pascal, I mean, I'm a fan of the guy. I can't help it. The guy, I don't know.
Are you not, Sam?
No, I like him as well, but I thought he was incredibly over the top in this movie.
He's supposed
Yeah,
to
he was
be.
trying to.
I know, but I was like, I want to punch him in the face.
He was
That's
trying to be the guy, Michael Douglas's character in Wall Street, but even crazier.
I don't understand that.
Interesting.
But sure.
Okay. He's just trying to be. He was trying to be as insane as he could be, like
Overly
embody
enthusiastic.
All of the '80s greed
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
embodied into a single life form.
Yeah, but I just didn't. I don't know.
You didn't like that the villain was a fucking genie?
Well, yeah, I did think that halfway through. I was like, really?
Yeah.
But then I don't know. Something about like the way that he was. Maybe it was the character itself and not Pedro Pascal, and just the fact that he was like attached to it. But normally I do like him, and I just found myself like eye rolling into the next century when he was on screen. But it might have just been the way the character was written. Like, I
it's
don't know.
definitely. And he did push to be a certain way, I believe, based on what I was reading.
Mm-hmm.
That makes
But-
sense. Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked him. I thought it was I think a genie could be a good secondary villain. I don't think it can be the primary villain unless we're talking about motherfucking Jafar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just the whole wishing bullshit.
It was just weird. And then it was also weird because you had it like playing off of Kristen Wiig, who's like kind of a villain too. And I just thought that was an odd choice because Kristen Wiig doesn't ooze like sex pot to me, and they like tried to make her, and like I feel like kind of an asshole saying that because like I don't know, one of our episodes I'm like, oh yeah, I love when actors branch out, and she's like known for her comedy,
Her
right?
comedy,
and she's
yeah.
she's trying to do something more serious, but I was just like, this ain't it, girl.
I don't know. See, I have to argue that because I actually liked her in the role. I think
Okay.
she's a much better actress than Gal. So I think
I hate almost every character she plays.
really.
Even this one?
Almost every single. I do not. I'm sure she's a lovely lady.
But you're gonna end that relationship there, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know why. Like for some weird reason, Kristen Wiig has always bothered me.
You don't like her even when she's funny? You don't
No,
find her funny?
I don't
Oh,
find
okay.
her funny.
Really?
Bridesmaids, I did not like her.
I mean,
Well, I didn't like.
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like that film, but I like her. Like I like her in other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like her.
Where'd you
I
go,
enjoy her.
Bernadette?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was who she. Like that's about it.
I think
Anywho.
she was one of the
There's a lot
better
of hate
standout
going on.
characters. Yeah, we got a lot of hate for this one.
I know. There's a lot going on here.
I would say chalk it up to we're hating on the characters more than we are the people, but
yes,
Wait.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Well, shit, Diana.
oh, shit.
Sorry, I'm just gonna throw random quotes in here.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I want to draw a map, just real quick, to see what we've covered so far. So Tim hates Gal. I hate Chris Pine. And I dislike Kristen Wiig in this film, and Pedro Pascal. And Adam dislikes Kristen Wiig. So is there a person in this movie that is not disliked by one of us?
Pass.
Like, there's no other main characters.
Yeah.
Like,
I only have
Processing.
four actors written down for the later
It says
part.
it only says starring Gal, Chris, and Kristen.
yeah.
So
So
maybe the kid.
You know what? You know what? I liked the kid. She did her own stunts.
Oh, not the kid I was talking about. I was talking about his son.
Alistair.
Yeah.
Oh
Alistair.
yeah.
Mhm.
Poor little fucking Alistair.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt so bad for Alistair. But anywho, damn Diana.
Damn.
Well, shit, Diana.
What was that in reference to? I don't remember.
She was like talking about, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, the way I fly, they'll never see me because he's
Yeah.
from fucking World War
Oh,
One.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's about the radar.
Oh, they can see you. Well, shit, Diana, that would have been nice to know.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I'll give him
He
that.
nailed that line.
Yeah.
A lot of the lines I found were cheesy, but that one I enjoyed, even if it was cheesy.
His character's supposed to be cheesy, so I just accept it.
That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, like, they just steal the invisible jet and give her the ability to make stuff invisible now. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, because how does the invisible jet actually, like, is that not how it's made?
I don't know. She just has an invisible jet. That's what I thought.
Yeah, like that was the
Oh.
point of the jet, though. Is that another issue I had with this movie? Is she seemingly flies.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of arguments
she-
about that, and I even looked it up afterwards because I was like, I'm pretty sure she can't fly.
Well, she's just falling with style.
Yeah, she pretty much is like just launching herself and then like floating
Off of
for a
lightning
while.
bolts?
But then they make it seem like she actually is controlling altitude and stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind
I
of the
think
point of
she's
the
just
invisible
falling.
jet.
Exactly!
Yeah, I don't know.
Again,
I like
falling
seeing
with
the
style.
jet, but yeah,
She also did Ride the Lightning.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
interesting.
But the whole time they're flying in the jet through the fireworks, I'm like over here like, oh, this is cool. I'm like soaring, like Disney's soaring through California, whatever, soaring through around the world.
Yeah.
Because they go through a firework in that ride.
Hmm.
And I felt
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah. So what other meat and potatoes are in this movie? I don't even know.
Okay, one of the quotes that I grabbed from a random citizen. I told a man I wanted a farm, but not
Oh,
here.
yeah, not here. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with
Yeah.
the wishing stone was inconsistent, in my opinion.
The monkey's paw?
Yeah, it was all just super inconsistent. Like, what, Diana loses her powers. I guess it's like you lose the thing you love the most or is most important to you. And it was
Yes.
like, okay, so Cheetah, she just lost her humanity. Was that really? I
Yeah.
mean, we had no indication that that's what she actually cared about.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and it was just like, okay, that doesn't seem like a fair trade-off that Diana like lost her powers and then for a guy. I don't know. Or like I don't know. What I wrote something down here. Let me find it. Or like that it brought him back and like turned some random dude didn't even get a say in it. He just turns into him. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and
that's a hot topic online.
and then instead of like he actually comes back, it's just like some random dude. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. There's just some weird shit about it, in my opinion, that wasn't consistent.
Or consensual.
Yeah, that too.
That's the hot topic online, but that's about as much as I want to get into that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
Well, and I also thought that was weird that, like, everybody renounces their wish at the end.
Yeah,
right?
bullshit.
Exactly! There's one dude somewhere that's like, fuck that shit. I'm not
Yeah, are
renouncing
you
my
kidding me?
wish.
There's no
Like,
way. The dude
yeah.
wishing for nuclear warheads out and like trying to fight. That guy's not renouncing his wish. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, that it's such a bullshit thing. All the stuff in this movie is just bullshit. Like, the end
Derivative.
fight scene is terrible. The fucking anything she does in the movie is fucking terrible, in my opinion. Like, all of it is not heroic or epic. It's just like bullshit. I don't know. That's all I got for it. But I can't get over that. That's like what I was saying earlier with DC just having issues with making moments heroic. Like the whole part where she's learning she's losing her powers and the car chase scene. I was like, this entire scene was garbage. I was like, this is just terrible. I am not like I don't enjoy any of this. And then I don't know. I just have to settle with that. I don't know.
Okay, so we know that Cheetah gets all Barbara wishes to be just like Diana.
Right.
I guess does that mean she gets all of Diana's training? Because I'm like, this bitch just happened to learn that she's super fast and super strong. She knows how to fight.
I think she literally becomes Wonder Woman. Like she is Wonder Woman at that point. Like same level, everything. She knows what she. Because I would take it as the wish grants like exactly what you asked for in return for something, you know. And then later on, she wants to be like the Apex, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Which
is completely different because she pretty much doesn't know anything besides claw.
Oh yeah, Sam, what was your joke from that?
I was just saying that. Okay, yes. First off, hold on. I have a lot of beef wrapped up in this. She wants to be an apex predator, and she doesn't pick a fucking crocodile or alligator. That's my first bit. Like, come on.
Or a goddamn bear.
Or a fucking rhino. Like, come on.
Something. Or something that can
rhinos
fly.
Aren't predators.
Come on. There are so many options for apex
like a goddamn
predator.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah. Or what the fucking Quetzal or something.
Quetzals.
I mean, seriously though, like, why wouldn't she become something that could fly? Like that, like superiority. Like in the animal kingdom, something can fly that is far more deadly than things that can't usually.
Right.
Yeah, dragonfly is the most deadly predator in the world. I'm not joking.
I don't know. You just pick something with like years and years and years of evolution, right? And then she picks like a fucking cheetah. And like,
well, did she actually pick it, or is it just kind of like something?
She said the words cheetah.
Oh, she did? I don't remember that.
Did she?
Yes.
I thought she just said she wanted to be an apex predator.
Like a cheetah.
Oh. Yeah.
And I was like, you're joking.
You're joking. But anywho, I mean, cheetahs are great. Like, they are a good predator.
Cats.
So whatever. But I was just like, come on, man. That's like second
cheetahs
shit.
are one of the best predators. They hunt down... Animal fact. They hunt down their prey better than just about any other animal. Except for the fact they get bullied off their kills.
Exactly.
Yeah. Constantly.
Like, come on.
By hyenas.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Be a prairie dog, but you need more... Not prairie dog. What? African wild dogs?
Wild dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Painted dogs.
Painted dogs. Those are behind dragonflies.
Mm.
I'm not joking.
I believe. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I believe you.
They have 4 wings.
To get back to my other beef, she looks like she's from fucking Cats.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she also kind of looks like Bastet.
Yeah.
Bastet.
Bastet.
Yeah.
You were very close.
And I was just like, damn, girl.
And yes, Sam is referring to Marine Ponderosa.
Yeah. I figured.
That's all I could see because it's like basically the same level of shit involved in it. And then she's like kind of a cat, kind of not really.
And then Sam had beef with Wonder Woman not getting electrocuted.
I did.
And I'm like, gold conducts electricity.
I was a little weary about that too. I wasn't sure how that worked.
It's the gold.
But also, Barbara should have been electrocuted earlier than that because there was before the live wire even went into the water, she's swinging around on it like Tarzan.
Yeah, but she wasn't grabbing like at the part that would shock her.
Nonetheless.
Still.
I chalk that up to her new abilities. Like, I think she avoided it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, are you telling me that cheetahs can't be electrocuted, Tim?
No, I'm just saying she had like
Animal
the
fact.
reflexes and bullshit.
Cheetahs
like
can.
She was just grabbing onto like the wires and stuff at a part. I mean, because you can still hold that wire. It's just the end part that has the shock. I mean, because that's the exposed part. But
now on this fight, I just do want to bring up the fact that this fight scene, the big bad fight scene of a superhero film, was shorter than the mall takedown scene.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know.
Also, when they were in the White House, and when they were in the White House, why the fuck was Barbara there? Like, how did she know that Max Lord was there and Diana was trying to stop him?
I don't know.
She just is like
supersonic cheetah hearing. I don't know, dude.
She didn't have cheetah ears yet. She was just an Amazon, and she's the third rendition of Cheetah.
Yeah.
There are 2 other cheetah people before her.
Mm.
And it's just a suit.
Like
in
Catwoman.
the other one. Yeah.
That would have been better, I feel like. Personally.
I think they should have just done the butthole edition just like Cats.
Oh my god.
What it was.
It
though.
exists. We just need the Zack Snyder Justice League edition of it.
Mm-hmm.
Get them to release the butthole edition. Cats.
Anywho,
Yeah.
one of the other parts that was like cringe to the max was when Diana finally gives up like Chris Pine and she like
I love you, Diana.
Well, first off, this is where I'll agree with you, Tim, that she's not a great actress because when she was crying, it just like did not look
It's
like a
not
cry.
good,
I was
yeah.
like, what the fuck? But I was like, okay. I don't know. Everybody seems to like her, so maybe they just gloss over this. But then she's like saying goodbye to him, and then she walks away. He's like, "I'll always love you, Diana," and it's like so quiet and like just like out of place because she's like walking away, and it's just like in the background, like kind of quiet. You can't even see him like pining after her. It was just, it was bad.
Yeah.
Adam and I just busted out laughing when that happened.
See, that was to me one of the better parts of the movie.
What?
Holy
Yeah.
shit, Tim.
Sorry, I hated a lot of the movie, but that I think maybe it's just because it was Chris Pine's scene. I don't know, but to me that was.
Oh no, I was fine with the Chris Pine part. It was the part where she walks away and you just hear, "I'll always love you, Diana," and I'm like, you could have just walked away and that line didn't need to be said.
That was kind of like the point of it, though. Like I don't know. It felt okay to me, I guess. Like I didn't hate that scene compared to so much of the rest of the movie.
Well, I'm docking him points due to disagreement.
I think it's hilarious that we all hated this movie, but it sounds like we all hated separate parts.
I mean, as a whole, the movie, yeah, I did not like it at all. And there was a lot of problems I had with this movie, but that one was like one of the only scenes I thought was like okay, minus the acting issues.
Okay, is there a scene that we all liked? That's the real question.
I would not say I liked the scene, but I thought they did it well. Was when Kristen Wiig went to the gym and she was in all her 80s workout clothing.
That was pretty good.
That was
Actually,
funny.
that was pretty
Like,
good.
It just reminded me that like people actually wore that to work out, and I'm
Yeah.
like, but why?
I told Sam I was gonna buy her one, and then she told me don't.
Do it.
No, that's not gonna happen.
I will agree. Okay, yes, that was probably the best scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's it.
no, we all liked the try-on scene.
Yes, the fanny pack fashion.
Try on.
show. We
Yes,
did like
I wish
that.
I want that fanny pack now.
Which one? I can't even remember what
He
it was.
just
There were
had
a
the
couple
American
different
flag
ones.
one, didn't he?
No, that's not the one he ended up choosing.
Yeah, there was the
No, I
American
know,
flag
but-
one that he put on like everything, but then he actually ended up with like a beige fanny pack
Yeah.
or something that went on his
I
other
like your
outfit.
donut one, Tim.
I
Yeah,
do
your
love my
donut
donut one.
Mine has like a cat riding a shark with lasers.
That's
Uh-huh.
beautiful.
With like an American flag background, right?
Yeah,
Or
something like that.
that.
And then yours, Sam's is a unicorns, right?
Nice.
Narwhals.
Yeah.
Narwhals.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Ra-
stuff.
the unicorn of the sea.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Getting towards the end of the movie again and talking about that end fight scene, I think I just have to bring up another point that DC can't hit the mark on. The whole heroic thing. So she goes and gets the ancient armor, right? And then
Yes.
she just stands there and takes hits over and over again until the rings are pretty much trash. And I'm like, why? Why? You cherish all of your like homeworld's historical artifacts and you're letting this chick just trash your wings, and then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna stand up and fight now. And you just like drop the wings. And I'm like, okay, that's supposed to be like what? Heroic, and that she's gonna stand up to like Cheetah, but
Yeah.
it doesn't like. It was so terrible. I don't know. I just have
wanna
so much
state
issue with it. It's so bad.
That she had gold wedges.
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. The entire thing, and it's just I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say I thought that was just really weird too. Like that she made, and they even made the point of like telling the whole story and
Right.
yada yada, and then all of a sudden she's just like, "Yep, I don't need these anymore." I'm like, "What the fuck, bitch?"
Yeah.
Like, you
It-
saved that
I-
forever? I don't know.
I understand they're trying to do a thing where you're like, okay, she's gonna stand up to the adversity now, instead of like
Right.
she was like trying to talk her out of it, and then she just kept beating the shit out of the wings, and it's like, okay, now I'm just gonna stand up to you and fight, and it's like you missed the mark yet again. I don't know. It just because one of the rules I think is great for superheroes is they have to overcome something more powerful than them, right? Like that's how a superhero is usually defined, and
Yeah.
is they overcome.
In Tim's book.
What?
I said in Tim's book of comics.
Well, I mean, it's just how it is. Like they overcome a stronger enemy or smarter enemy or something. You know, they overcome.
Yeah.
And that's like part of like a superhero is they're like I can't get into DC Marvel again, but I was gonna make an example.
Keep doing it.
But yeah,
You're like Doctor Strange with Dormammu.
I mean, it's literally just the bread and butter of superheroes, and DC can't get it right. I don't know. Like the comics are so far different than these movies. The movies are just they can't do it. I don't understand. Get Jon Favreau to fucking come out there and.
Oh, I don't think Disney will let that
no,
happen.
that is not going to happen. But I feel he could make a far better superhero movie for some reason.
James Gunn?
James
the
Gunn,
Guardians
director.
He's doing a remake of the shitty one. You know, the shitty DC movie.
I was going to say which one. But
the one with Will Smith.
Oh,
Hancock?
The Suicide Squad?
Yeah, he's doing a second Suicide Squad.
Yeah, which I am actually interested in watching that, but
I had no care. Like, part of writing a good story is getting you to like the villain. Like,
yeah,
I love Thanos.
Oh,
Thanos
dude,
is great.
I'm a huge fan
but
of Thanos.
we've talked about him to like lengths in other episodes.
Yeah,
but like Pedro Pascal did not really care about Max Lord. Genies are stupid.
I like the idea of him. I just think again, I don't know, something was not right about how they did it and how he was defeated. It just didn't like. She had to rely on all. I mean, I get
unhumanity,
but it was like that wouldn't actually like. There's no way you know the greed of people. Like it's not gonna happen. Like it just a majority of people are good people and they probably would renounce it, seeing as like they're like, oh, we're destroying our world. But there are bad people out there. They're not gonna renounce a fucking wish. Like I don't see that happening. And that was like supposed to be, and maybe like it didn't need all of the people because he obviously was taking their health or whatever to stay alive, and that was his whole shindig. And maybe she didn't need it to be, because then once he undid his wish, does that undo everyone else's?
That's what.
Because at the end, there's no way that Cheetah would not want to be Cheetah anymore, and then she no longer was Cheetah.
Right.
I'm like
Is that annoying to you?
Yeah,
that
very.
The shit out of me.
I'm pretty sure that once he renounced, he took like when he loses his wish, everybody else loses theirs. And I just was like, I'm just in there thinking, he reminded me of Michael Scott when he just walks out and yells, "I declare bankruptcy."
I declare bankruptcy.
It did have those vibes though.
Yeah.
You can't just say that. Like, yeah. And it happened. I didn't say it. I declared it.
I declared it. Yeah. Yeah. So
it was also weird to me because I get that he's he's a dad, he loves his son, but like in the beginning of the movie he just like didn't give a shit about Alistair,
because all I cared about was greed,
right? And so like for him to suddenly renounce it so that he can like be with Alistair, like he finally sees the light, like I just don't believe.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. They could have done something really cool and made Alistair become the genie, because he literally wished to be as great as his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that they were gonna like.
But they only get one wish, and he already used his wish.
What was his wish?
For his dad to be the greatest or whatever.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Or thank Max Lord, Genie Lord, God.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like I just felt like these villains, like their stories weren't. I just didn't connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like they were both half-assed. Like I wanted one full-ass one.
Yeah.
You don't have two half-asses, have one full ass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That scenario. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Thanos' big purple ass.
Yeah.
You got one big purple ass. You don't have a half cheetah butthole and a half genie. Do genies have butts? And can they poop?
Uh-oh. Here we go again.
If I'm gonna go with that they can't poop, because they would have. It's kind of like they'd sully their whole like situation. Like maybe Max Lord could, because like he had free reign. But like if you think about genies,
like Jafar and Genie.
Yeah, no, they'd dirty their lamp, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Soil their lamp.
Also,
yeah.
Also, they have no legs.
True.
So where does the torso end on a genie? Okay, anyways, back into the movie. Yeah. I actually had a note that said, I've seen Aladdin, and you just don't want to ask to become a genie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have, like, shit.
Yeah, you gotta deal with shit now.
Yeah. And I've seen The Fairly Odd Parents. The genie in that always gets into trouble.
Yeah, true.
Norm Macdonald. Norm the genie. I don't know. He's allowed to break the rules into Fairly Odd Parents universe. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You have any other big talking points in this movie, though?
Yeah, no. I think I've got all my notes here.
Yeah. I have one last one, and it's actually the only... I actually really liked this scene.
No. Take a laugh.
I probably hated it, but go ahead.
Sam probably did.
It's after the credits.
Oh, shit.
Did you guys watch it?
No, we missed it.
We couldn't find it.
You couldn't find it?
We couldn't find it.
We must have zoomed. It said it was after all the credits, so I went to the end.
And then it just like...
It wasn't after all the credits. There was like a slight credits, and then it was there. Because I did the same thing. I started fast forwarding, and I was like, oh shit, there's a scene here. And I went back.
Yeah, and they were like talking about World War 84.
Yeah, so basically, Linda Carter shows up as Asteria.
Yep.
And it actually is fucking great. I actually loved it. She was so good. I was like, she was the OG Wonder Woman. I was like, she just, I don't know. It was, I'm going to hate on Gal again, but I was just like, in that scene right there, you can see why she was a good Wonder Woman. She was just so fantastic on screen. But it was just a very short clip of her. And I thought that was great to bring her back as Asteria. And she's just walking around, chilling. I don't know.
Like a villain being like, where the fuck's my armor?
Yeah.
Oh, you let a cheetah destroy it? That's weird.
And then you just left it on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that
was my favorite scene of the whole movie. Not even part of the movie.
You got one note left, Sam.
Oh, I was just going to say that I felt like I had to know quite a bit about Wonder Woman to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of my beefs. Because a lot of superhero movies, I feel like, kind of catch you up. And I don't want to be, like, the asshole that's like, I need you to dumb it down for me and revamp it for me. Because, like, I also don't like when they take 20 minutes to explain to you what you already saw.
What?
What you should have already seen in a previous movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you didn't watch the first one, so...
I know, so that's why I was like, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Like, I am kind of like, what the fuck? Why? I feel like I should know what the significance of the Trevor Rance picture is that they keep showing, but I don't.
Who? Oh, I have no idea.
The
Trevor
picture
Ranch?
of her at Trevor Ranch?
I just assume that's somewhere that Steve
her
loved.
and Steve loved? Yeah.
Or Steve loved or something.
I mean, I got that too, but I was like, I feel like with the amount of times they showed it to me, like, I should really understand it. And I just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tim?
then...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, it's important. And then, so once again, DC's just, like, doing weird shit. And then I felt like, just in general, this is just me not having a lot of Wonder Woman knowledge, but, like, they do kind of, like, do it weird. Like, I knew she had an invisible jet, but, like, the way that they do it and how she makes it invisible was weird.
That was weird.
And
I
then
didn't
the
know
fact
she
that
could do
she's,
that,
like,
yeah.
flying, like, we're like, does she fly? I didn't think she flew. And then, I don't know, there was just, like, a lot. I guess I wanted it to catch me up, or if it wasn't gonna catch me up, I wanted it to not be so confusing.
Did you get that she had special braces?
Yeah, but
Bracers.
I knew that. That's one of the things. So I guess I do know about Wonder Woman. They just do it shittily.
Yeah, there are like four things about her. She's got the tiara.
Right.
That's a boomerang.
Right, which is fucking horrible.
She's got the invisible jet that she owns. She doesn't go and steal it.
Nah, she steals it.
She's got her lasso of truth and
which
her
is
bracers.
also fucking lame.
They're all, minus the jet, are ancient artifacts from her culture.
Yeah.
So
Lame.
it's kind of
Sam
like
hates it.
like Doctor Strange's items.
Yeah, Sam.
Lame. No, I don't know. I do enjoy the fact that they, like, have this whole, like, ancient culture. Like, I think that's dope, because I like, you know, Greek and Roman mythology and stuff like that, so I think it, like, harkens back to that. But, I don't know. It's just, it was fucking weird, and maybe I just don't like her shit.
That could be.
I will say, every time the Wonder Woman OG trailer came on, Sam kept getting so excited because she thought it was like a period piece,
Yeah!
like Greek or Roman. And then she'd realize it was Wonder Woman and be like, "Fuck this shit."
I do remember that because they just hammered that trailer. And I would always be like, ooh, this looks so good. And then I'm like, motherfucker, it's Wonder Woman again.
Every time I'm like, you don't remember?
No. So maybe I need to watch the first one, but I'm pretty sure I'll be disappointed.
Well, yeah, you don't like Chris Pine.
Yeah, true.
And he's
a
a
big
bit
part
of
of
a
it.
major character.
The villain in the first one's much better too.
Who is it?
God of War. Literally a god. Like, it's literally the God of War.
Is it Mars or
Ares.
is it Ares?
It's Ares, yeah.
I never know if it's Greek or Roman.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I know which one is which, but I just never know which one they're gonna go with.
Yeah, so it's Ares, and like after the first one, coming to this one, the villains, you're like, you just beat the God of War, and you're having trouble.
Now you're fighting a genie.
With a cheetah. Like,
Yeah.
And a genie.
It just don't make no sense.
All right. Well, do you guys have any more beefs?
Oh yeah, I do, but we're not gonna go anymore.
I was like,
This is not Marvel.
Yeah, this is just yeah.
Okay, so Wonder Woman. Oh, we're gonna get to the cast
Okay.
because I always have to say that. You know, that's where I get all my points.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman is played by Gal Gadot, as seen in her movies like Fast and the Furious, Fast and the Furious 2, Fast and the Furious 4, Fast 5.
Wait, did she skip 3?
Yeah, everybody skipped 3. It was Tokyo Drift.
Oh, was that a different cast? I don't know anything
Yeah,
about this
it was.
franchise.
Yeah, they just
Okay.
went over to Tokyo for a movie.
Completely
They
different
came
cast,
back,
yeah.
and then they
Minus
bring
Han.
characters back from Tokyo Drift in like Fast and the Furious 6 or 7,
Gotcha.
and then they got Fast and the Furious 8. They got Fast and the Furious 13. Vin Diesel Goes to Mars coming up eventually.
And she's in everything but 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's Giselle.
Okay.
She's also in Ralph Breaks the Internet, and she's going to be in Death on the Nile.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Hercule Poirot.
I love Agatha Christie murder mysteries.
And then Steve is played by Chris Pine.
Fuck Chris Pine. I
Anyways.
just had to say that.
Anyways, I listed, he was in The Finest Hours.
What? No.
And I listed a bunch of other movies, so I'm going to say some I didn't say before. He was in The Princess Diaries too.
Yes, he was.
He's in Horrible Bosses too.
Oh.
And he's in This Means War.
Mm-hmm.
And then Barbara is played by Kristen Wiig, also known as Cheetah. She's in SNL.
Yes.
Who would have guessed? She's in Bridesmaids, The Martian, Her. She's also in Where'd You Go, Bernadette? Then Maxwell Lord is played by Pedro Pascal. He's not seeing too good ever since he was in Game of Thrones, so he had to wear a helmet in The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
He played a Texan in Kingsman 2.
That was pretty funny.
And then he's also in The Great Wall.
Interesting.
He's been all over the world.
Yeah.
But the director, yes, I'm done, by the way. Like, we'll get these, like, movies where I have 13, 14 people, and then you get this big blockbuster of Wonder Woman 1984, and I have 4 fuckers.
4 fuckers.
The director is Patty Jenkins. She did the original Wonder Woman and Monster. Now, here's the main difference, though. She did not write the first one. She wrote the second one.
Huh.
And now she is doing after Wonder Woman, one of either this one or the original, Disney sought her out to sign her up to do Star Wars Rogue Squadron. It's supposed to be coming out in 2023.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yes, and the tagline for this film is "A new era of wonder begins."
Yikes.
God, that's horrible.
Yeah, I know. Amazon Astaria is played by Linda Carter. That was another note I had. Tim,
Yep.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
And my only other thing is, while looking to see if this movie had a credit scene, I did come upon this in IMDb. The composer is credited after the editor, art director, and cinematographer. Typically, he or she is listed before all 3. Now you're like, why the fuck does that matter? And Sam's got this crazy theory.
I have this theory that Hans Zimmer was like, I'm going to throw some shade at this movie, so I'm going to put this fact online so that everybody can rile behind me. So Hans Zimmer, I'm onto your plan. That's all I'm going to say.
Because he needs people to know who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like,
absolutely.
What the fuck, man? I'm better
Right.
than all these people. And so he goes and gets on his keyboard online. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's another difference I have for DC and Marvel. The music is on point for Marvel. DC has no good music.
And it's Hans.
Yeah.
I know.
Although I will say, Hans did the original Wonder Woman. He actually did Batman versus Superman. It was like, I'm not doing superhero films again. And they're like, well, like, can you do Wonder Woman? And he's like, fine. And then he's like, I'm retiring from superhero films. And then they're like, well, do you want to do X? Do you want to do X-Men Dark Phoenix? And he's like, fine, I'll do that. And then he did some really weird shit with it. And then they like chopped it all to bits. And they went and released a whole like different X-Men Dark Phoenix soundtrack that he like did some unique stuff with.
Yeah, I remember that being dope.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm done with superhero movies. And then they were like, hey, Hans. And he's just like, okay, and now I'm done with superhero films.
And then they listed him behind people, and he's like, fuck these people.
Yeah.
All right.
Anywho.
So the critics of this film gave it a 59%. Mm-hmm. Audience gave it a 74%.
Ooh,
3 and 4 people, Sam. 3 and 4. IMDb gave it a 5.4 out of 10. And then Google, what are we saying, guys? Over or under 90?
Under.
Over.
Okay. One of you is right.
Duh.
I don't know.
Trick question. It was 90.
It was exactly 90. There's always a third option. It was a 66%. It's less than Howard the Duck.
What the
Wow.
fuck? Okay, they're both terrible. But Google thinks that Howard the Duck is better than this movie. I can't. I can't.
It definitely doesn't dethrone Howard the Duck.
All right, Sam, would you flip it on? I think you would, mostly for Chris Pine and Pedro Pascal.
It's really funny because I feel like I dislike superhero movies, and like this was like not a superhero movie half the time.
I was bored most of this film.
So I feel like it was like
a terrible rom-com.
It was trying to be up my alley, and I just can't. It can't be up my alley. I did not like it. It's not one of those cases where I tell you to flip the original on because I haven't fucking watched it. I'm not gonna.
Go watch Linda Carter.
There you go.
But yeah, just what Adam said. I found myself incredibly bored for a lot of this movie, and I don't know why. Like, it was boring.
Yeah.
So don't flip it on unless you want to take a nap, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Tim?
Yeah. Go watch any of the other DC movies because they're all a lot better than this one, and I still don't think they're that great. But like the original,
I was gonna say
the first Wonder Woman is far better than this one with the gal. Yeah, flip it off. Don't even bother. I don't know. I just there's no room for this in the superhero universe right now.
Okay. Yeah. So no, just no again. All three are no. But my reasoning is, like Sam said, it's like an action rom-com.
Yeah.
And if you really want to watch an action romance comedy or an action romance, let's just go action romance. Put on Malong Unleash the Madness.
There you go.
Now that had some dope music.
True.
And it's got the action. It's got the romance. It's got some Bollywoodness.
Yeah.
The fight scenes just were underwhelming for me. I'm sitting down to watch a superhero movie. I want to see superhero shit.
That's because it looked like Twilight.
Yeah, it's superhero Twilight. Yeah, I guess you could say that. There is no baseball scene, though.
I wouldn't put it past him for the third one.
Oh, possibly. But, I'm going to just say pass on it, dog.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I mean, there are some really funny parts with Chris Pine that I enjoyed.
Same.
And it sounds like Tim enjoyed.
Sam definitely enjoyed.
I liked the fashion show. I'll give him that.
He just was goofy because, like, he was basically time traveled forward.
Mm-hmm.
Just flip it on, if you really, really want to watch Wonder Woman and you want to know what happens. But don't flip it on if you want to know more about the history of Wonder Woman. Because, like, they just touched that for the first 5 minutes and then never again.
Flip it on if you like Cats, the movie, because you'll see another cat that should have been in that movie.
But not the Butthole Edition. Release it! I got nothing else. Tim, do you got any other reasons why you should flip this on?
No.
Okay, let me get my spinner out so that I can spin. Because I got all the points.
I'm actually looking up all of her enemies right now just to see.
Okay. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the spin. And what will I get today? Oh my god. I shit you not.
No. I do not.
Look how
believe
close
you.
it was to Thanks I Hate It.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy shit. There's no way. All
no,
right, so
we do have a rebuttal though if we get 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But we got back at it again with them white vans.
Holy shit.
It's kind of like the same
So-
thing,
Yeah,
though.
it's kind of like.
It's very similar. So we're just going with we're just riding the lightning like Wonder Woman.
Remember that time when we were like, oh, we haven't had a bad movie in a while. We're making up for it now.
Back at it again. Howard the Duck.
Oh, God. no.
Okay, anyways, we will let everybody go. We unleash them. What does Max Lord say? I renounce my wish.
Yeah. I renounce my memory of this movie.
Okay, thank you.